What's up, YouTube? So, I'm gonna let everybody come in and join me. If I'm gonna give y'all a second to join me. All right. And it's Friday evening, so nobody might not join me at all. Y'all might be chilling. Right? Y'all might be out and about and not thinking about business today, right now. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to join me. Shout out Jeremy Jones. I see you checking in. I see a few more people checking in. Shout out to y'all. I'm not gonna be long, but I had to hop up here because I said I'm not gonna break my streak. Shout out to Rube checking in again. He was with me on the IG live too. Uh, I ain't want to break my streak, so this is what happened. That video that I just did on IG live for my business and brews that I do every 6 p.m. on Fridays. I was supposed to download that video and upload it here, and that was supposed to be my video for today. Well, apparently on Instagram, if you don't click save immediately after the video was done, then you can't get it. So I lost the video. I can't download it. So I said, you know what? I'm not about to break the streak. I'm about to go live again right now. Okay. And I'm going to talk about something that's important as well. Shout out to Root Artist. Shout out Root. Shout out to Soldier Flow checking in. Salute to you. Jeremy Jones said, if I buy the package, do I pay a monthly fee? No. No monthly fees. All right. Even if you even on it, because the only thing I got right now that even charges a monthly fee, because I try to avoid monthly fees at all costs, because I understand that you need cash flow. The only thing that I have is a monthly fee is the bidding calculator, calculated clean, and that's $4.99 a month. But you don't even have to pay that if you buy the whole starter kit. So the answer is no. So what I'm gonna talk about today? I ran across. You know how Facebook show you your memories, right? And today they showed me my memory of a post that I made a while ago, and I was saying how a lot of people try to tell me stuff, but they'll see over time that I don't listen to them because they're not in a position that I'm trying to get to, and they never have been in that position. And I remember I posted that was in 2014 when I posted it. And actually, I wanted to record this video because I was gonna show you the screenshot as I was saying it, and it was gonna look all sweet and shit. But I gotta keep my streak going, so we're just not gonna do that today. But I said that in 2014, right? And understand in 2014 I was in a different place. I had just started my new cleaning company. Um, I in 2014 I did buy my first property. But my mindset was shifting. That's when I first got introduced to like around those times and a little bit before maybe 2013. I had got introduced to like Think and Grow Rich. I got introduced to The Strangest Secret Ever, uh, the audio book by Earl Nightingale. Again, so obviously, I think I might be slurring a little bit because I just did the business and brews on the other channel. So now I had to come over here and do this. So excuse me, work with me as I'm trying to pronounce my word. But anyway, um, but during that time though, I was saying how I had to learn how to ignore people. Like you know how you got those uncles that you look up to, or those your parents. It might even be your parents. It might be your close friend. It might be a cousin. Whatever it is, you gotta ignore these people if they not going where you trying to go or they not at where you're trying to get to. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people gonna be telling you like people trying to tell me stuff like you know what I mean, like the old rules of money: save and put all your money, max out your 401k, or buy a house and don't worry about renting, and your house is your biggest asset. And it's like actually your house is your biggest liability typically. You know what I mean? If you live in there, you know what I mean. Unless you renting it out, the house is an asset, is not paying you. Stuff that I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, right? And so at that time, I had to learn to ignore people, whether it was somebody I looked up to or not, if whether it was somebody I respected or not. It's like they can talk to you and you can say, yeah, I know, yeah, you know what I mean. But you got to ignore them because they don't know what the fuck they talking about when it comes to entrepreneurship. The stuff that they talking about, that's for traditional. I'm gonna work this job for the rest of my life type of people. Us entrepreneurs ain't thinking about no goddamn job 401k, TSP plan, IRA type of stuff. We ain't really thinking about that. We just got to put all our bread into this business and blow this business up. And that business will take care of all of us, all of that stuff. Now, as you grow, Then you might learn about things like for solo Ks and other investment vehicles that you can actually put real estate inside the retirement account and avoid taxes and all of that. But I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not educated enough on that. But I know that those things exist. Okay, so the point is, don't let these people influence you and have you second guessing yourself when you know that your path is different than theirs. They're not where you're trying to go. I'm trying to build a big business, so I can't listen to the person that's trying to save for retirement. I don't believe in saving for retirement. If you believe in saving for retirement, then make sure that you um, listen to me carefully and pick out what applies in you and what don't. I don't believe in saving for retirement. I believed in just buying assets, acquiring assets, and building assets and acquiring cash flow. I want as many rental properties as I can possibly get that's going to always pay me for the rest of my life. I want as a big of a business that's going to always pay me that I can pass on to my kids. I want as many stocks and stuff that's going to pay me that I can pass on. I want assets. I don't give a fuck about retirement. Retirement is selfish. Saving for retirement means that you're going to have enough money to pay yourself when you get old so you can sit around and rocking back and forth on the porch or go golf. You know what I mean? That's how I look at retirement. I'm not thinking about retirement because I'm not selfish. I'm thinking about getting wealthy and getting rich because I want to take care of other people. I want to be able to give something down to my kids. I can't pass. I mean, you can pass a little bit of retirement if you got some pension left, whatever the case may be. For the most part, if you don't got assets, assets, not some little pension plan, you need assets. Okay, that whole wave of saving for retirement that was from the industrial age. Okay, we ain't in that no more. This is a new time. It's a new rules of money, okay? And think everybody need to be thinking Robert Kiyosaki because he told us this. A lot of rich people didn't want him telling us this, but he told us this, okay? He told us how to think differently. So that's how I think. And if that's how you think, then be wise enough not to listen to every little thing that your family members try to tell you. Because it's not going to be the same as what you know and what you think, okay? And you just got to deal with it. It's a lonely ass road. That's why they say when they say it's lonely at the top, like that's how I take that. It's like it's lonely because nobody's gonna be there when you researching. You know what I mean, to do stuff for your business. Nobody's gonna be there when you building that website in the dark because you ain't got the budget to pay somebody else to build your fancy website. So you got to figure it out. Nobody gonna be there with you when you like what I did, for example, while you writing that book. Nobody gonna be there with you when you hiring these employees and you schedule 20 interviews and only two of them motherfuckers show up, but you've been sitting there for hours waiting for all 20 of them people to show up. Nobody's gonna be there with you when you close the deal on that contract. It's just you. And now we got social media, so at least you can post on social media if you want to. If you want that validation and that dopamine hit, you can share and share your contract, and it's good to share your wins. But even if you ain't in the right circle, like we got CBN, so we share our wins all the time in there because it motivates us. But you share your wins to some of these people out here that ain't got shit going on, they gonna say you bragging. You know what I mean? So bottom line is don't take the common advice typically because most people are wrong. Most of the time if you just do the opposite of what everybody else doing, you probably gonna win. You know what I mean? Most people think that maxing out their 401k and putting it in this retirement account is a smart thing to do and putting it in funds. For me, I don't. You know why? Let me explain why. Because a 401 typically when you invest, like say mutual funds, for example, like Dave Ramsey said, reason why I don't do mutual funds and all those type of things because or what's the other ones, ETFs, I don't do that type of shit because you giving it to another person, another group of people to invest your money for you. Why? Because you admitting that you're not smart enough to do it yourself. That's why I want to invest in something like Grant Cardone's fund, the Cardone Capital. That's why I want to invest in Jay Morrison's fund, even though I did, but I did it for a legacy play because I supported his movement, not for an investment purpose. Okay, I'm never going like that. That little money that you make off of that ain't gonna be shit. Okay, if you know what you're doing and you know how to invest yourself, you don't need nobody else to manage your money for you. Just like the app Acorns. Acorns has funds that you can invest in. So you can invest like an oil fund, a gold fund, but it's not individual stocks. If you know what you're doing, you can invest in the individual companies and make more for return. But if you don't know what you're doing, that's when you. Anyway, questions. What we got? Shout out Osgood checking in. I appreciate you. Shout out to Frank Dunn. Uh, Shout out to Jared Howard. He said, "What age I'm ordering the starter kit course, bro? I'm ready for that now." I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And if you don't already know, Yak Yak told y'all if you listen to the podcast, but if you don't listen to the podcast, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know it is a discount code. So the course is typically $4.99, but ever since Corona started, I put a discount because I felt kind of bad. You know what I mean? It's honestly that's the truth. So um, the discount code is grind now. Okay, for the course, so it'll give you 50% off. GD Martin said, if you believe in saving for retirement, you might as well buy health insurance too. So yeah. Speaking of insurance, and I see my kid checking in. Shout out to my kid. One thing that I do believe in that I didn't believe in at first was um that last comment was funny. But one thing I do believe in I didn't believe in at first was life insurance. And I think the reason that I didn't believe in it at first was because I didn't have kids. You know what I mean? So like my point of view at first when I was younger was, well, what happens to the bills if I die? Do my are my kids gonna have to pay them? And then they would say no. And I said, well, why the hell I give a fuck about what happened when I die then? But see, now that I got kids, I want to leave them something behind. So the life insurance is basically insurance for my wealth. It's like I can pass something on to the kids. So it's like that's why I went out and I got damn near $1 million life insurance policy. That way, if I'm not where I'm trying to get to, let's say I die tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like if I ain't built it to where I'm trying to get it to, at least my kids still gonna be set regardless. And that's what life insurance can do. It can catapult you. But anyway, you ain't asked about none of that. But I just had to speak on that. I saw my kid and I say you say something about insurance. But anyway, my kid said, "Thanks, brother. It gets so frustrating trying to explain to family why you move the way you move." Exactly, and that's why I don't even try to explain no more. I just yep, You know what I mean? Like you'll see. I might throw a little subliminal here and there on social media so they can see it. But for the most, I ain't about to argue with your ass back and forth no more. I'm finna show you. And it's funny how when you get back around them years later and you got the assets and the fruits of your labor to prove that what you were saying all along was right. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't say I told you so or none of that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I told you so or none of that. But you just got that little satisfaction. You know what I mean? Like I remember I was arguing with one of my family members about college, and they were saying how, and I was basically saying how you don't need no college degree to be successful. Period. And they were trying to explain to me, well, education is important and all. And I said, no, I didn't say education wasn't important. I said college ain't important. Student loan debt is not important. You can get a better education with online courses. There's no college in this world that can teach you how to start a cleaning business step by step like my course will. Period. Period. I don't give a fuck if you go to Harvard. They ain't gonna teach you that. They can teach you the general of business, but they're not going to teach you how to start a cleaning company. It's no, and there's other courses. People got uh drop shipping courses. People got Amazon courses. People got, I mean, these specific courses are going to teach you exactly what you want to know. I remember I wanted to do business, and I went to like some online school, and then we sitting there, we studying motherfucking history and shit because I gotta have an elective. Bitch, I'm not thinking about history. I want to know business. Tell me how the fuck to start this business. You know what I mean? So it's like the college shit. Not, I mean, you don't need it. If you want to go, if you think it's fun, great for you. I'm gonna tell you this. I tell you this one thing about college. I'll admit, I wish I went to HBU because like it was fun as hell. That's the only reason for the fun. You don't need it. You simply do not need it when you got billionaires out here that never even finished high school. Didn't even finish high school. That's when you know. I mean, you don't need that shit. So when I was arguing with this family member, they were trying to tell me the importance of education. I'm like, dog, don't you know YouTube and Google exist? You know what I mean? I've been building businesses and apps and websites and all this other shit just from YouTube and Google for the longest. You know what I mean? Then I got into course sales and I learned how to do that because I bought Danielle Leslie's course. You know what I mean? And she helped me a lot with that. Um, I feel like I didn't give her the credit that she deserves. So I wanted to shout her out on that. But Danielle Leslie's course, because her course is not cheap. Okay, her course ain't cheap at all. But it did help me though. You know what I mean? So what else? They keep telling you here's this job you should apply. The benefits are XYZ. They don't understand why you aren't interested and why you couldn't. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like exactly, dog. So what you were saying was what McKee is saying up here for the people that's gonna watch this later is like say for instance, my brother just went through this. I used to go through this all the time too, but his situation popped in my head before. Damn, I shouldn't have got too personal. But anyway, like somebody was trying to tell him about this government job that opportunity that popped open. And he kind of got offended because he's like, what the fuck? What part of I own a company don't you understand? I don't need no. I don't. I'm not even looking for no job. You know what I mean? But people just automatically assume that you want what they want, or they assume like they got your best interest at heart. But it's like really, if you know what you're doing, you got your own best interest at heart. And if you know better, just show them. Now, I mean, we got all back and forth with them. We ain't gotta put no vendetta against them. Now, I mean, we gotta put no hatred in our heart. None of that. Okay. I mean, I hear you, but watch this though. You know what I mean? That's the attitude that I kind of try to carry with it. Like, I ain't mad at you. You just don't get it. You don't understand. I'll show you, but I can tell you. Holler at me in 10 years. Holler at me in 5 years. You know what I mean? Holler at me in 20 years. We'll see. And not even on no competition shit and none of that shit. It's just, I know where I'm going. I mean, when you know where you're going, you don't need nobody else validation. You don't need them to understand in the beginning because they're not going to understand. But they'll see. I mean, Ruth said all the people that question my move on being an entrepreneur is getting laid off now because of the corona. There you go. All the people that question my move for leaving my government job to start my cleaning company, I gave y'all the story before. Then when my brother came home from the penitentiary and he couldn't get a job, who had to give him a job? I did. Who was able to give? Not had to. Who was able to? I was. When it was time for him to start his own cleaning company, who was able to help him with that? I was. Why? Because I did it. Because I thought outside the box and I was able to think outside the norm. And because I took a risk and because I said, fuck that job, even though I was in this most prestigious apprentice program. And I was at 3.5 year mark. Supposed to graduate because it's a 4 year program. You graduate after the 4 year, you get your journeyman card and you're supposed to make all this excellent money. That's cool. But I mean, you're going to make good money. I don't want to make good money. I'm trying to build wealth. I need to own. If you got, I don't give a fuck what that job pay and how good it is. You don't own it. You don't. I ain't telling you you got to quit, but you got to own something. And quite frankly, if you watching this channel, I'm talking to entrepreneurs. I'm not talking to people that just want to do better or just be. No, I'm talking to motherfuckers that want to build businesses. Okay, period. On this channel, that's what this channel is about. I am not Dave Ramsey. I am not. No, I mean this ain't a financial channel. This is an entrepreneurship channel. Just FYI, in case you didn't know, and y'all say some shit that you don't agree with. You probably don't agree because you probably not on this. You ain't with this. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But just understand. I mean, like that's what I'm about. That's why I'm saying some shit that you probably don't agree with. But anyway, um, True Independence News Network said, "Truth be told, I received a better education from you meant the library probably exactly right." Exactly, and that's just fact. I lived at the library. You know what I mean? Like in my early days, I was about to give you another rant that had nothing to do with this, but yeah, I lived at the library. What else you said? That's why it will always be dissonance between family, and it's just it. I mean, it just is. It just is because everybody ain't meant to go where you going, and that's another thing too. If they don't see the vision and if they not on board, don't try to drag them either. Sometimes they ain't meant to go where you going. I was watching a my bad. Yeah, I guess I'm a waste of battery if I leave the light on longer. I'll start the car. I was watching or listening to. Probably gonna play some music, so my bad if it get real loud or something. Actually, it won't play music. Probably. Oh, it is. Oh, my wife was driving. Cause like I said, it probably shouldn't play no music. It should be like a YouTube motivational video popping on. But my wife was driving last. But anyway, um, where was I going? I was listening to Janice Bryant Howard earlier yesterday because I've been doing some research because I'm about to drop another one of those top 25 richest black women in America because I dropped that back in, I did the first one back in 20, I think 17. And I just did it just randomly because I just got curious and wanted to look it up one day and nobody did it. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And then the video got like 200 some thousand views on it. So I said, it's about time for a new one. The numbers have changed, you know what I mean? And be a nice another revenue source for me with a video like that that'll go viral like that. So I'm making another one. I was doing the research, but anyway, I found out about Janice Bryant Howard, and what she said was, some of her family worked with her in her business. She's the first black woman in America to build $1 billion business. Okay, look her up. And what she said, it started with $1,500 too. And she said that some of her family worked with her and she bring them on. And she said some of them, you just gotta leave them. I mean, back home, and you can send some money back here and there with them. But you can't take everybody with you. You just can't. They're gonna slow you. They're like an anchor, and you on the ship, and they're gonna slow you down or even stop you. So Don't feel guilty about it because that's one of my weaknesses, and I got a lot better at it, which is survivor's remorse. You start feeling guilty because you doing better, but it's like, why should you feel guilt when you the one who chose your actions? Like everybody, we all from the same place. But if I chose to make a smart decision and I told you exactly what I'm doing, I told you what I'm about to do, I told you when I was doing it, and I told you after I got it done, and you still don't take the action, who fault is it, mine or yours? You know what I mean? But anyway, getting beside the point. Angelina Patterson said, I'm experiencing the same thing now. Everyone telling me about doing nursing. I told them I'm going to be a business owner, not employee. Exactly. I get so that's the most aggravating thing like to me. Oh, it's money in nursing. Oh, it's money in truck. Go be a truck. There's money in this. Oh, it's money in that. Dog. No, it's money in everything. I'm not looking for no fucking job. I'm building a business. And like that's your problem. The people don't. That's your fucking problem. And then it's like my daughter was playing Roblox the other day, and I gave her a lecture that she's probably about 10 years early for, but I gave it to her anyway. My daughter, well, I don't know, my daughter 9, she probably didn't need this, but I had to give it to her. I couldn't help it. She was playing Roblox, and she had this little pizza job, and she was showing me her house on the game and stuff. And she was like, yeah, and if I keep on working hard, I'm going to be able to see, I just added on to my house. I got it upstairs now, and then I'm going to be able to get me a TV to put on that wall right there. And then I'm about to go back to work, and I'm going to save some more money so I can do this, and I'm saving. And I said, Mike, you know that's the trap that everybody in the world. They keep working hard for things, thinking that if they get this one more thing, it's gonna make them happy. Ooh, if I get this one more thing, it's gonna make me happy. Ooh, okay, if you get the TV on the wall, then what? Is that gonna make you happier? You know what I mean? If you get another car, is that gonna make you happier? The happiness is not in the things. The happiness is in the freedom. So what you need to do is that piece of place that you keep going to work on. You need to look up and figure out how the hell you can own the piece of place, because every single body on this little Roblox game is a person in real life on that internet. And I know I went too far, but I had to get her. Somebody had to hear this lecture. She had to hear it. And I said, you need to figure out how you can own the pizza place. Like, it got to be somebody that pays you this money. You know what I mean? And I made her think outside the box. She never even considered, damn, how do you get, like, start a business up there? Like, do you got to create it? Like, is it a mod? Like, well, how you do it? You know what I mean? So, but anyway, so the point for this video is people are always talking about do this profession because it's good money. Oh, it's money in this, is money in that. Dog, if you keep chasing the money because you chasing the things, you're never going to be happy. It's about the freedom. How do you get the freedom? Cash flow. How do you get the cash flow? Residual money in systems and assets. Assets pay you money that you don't necessarily have to go physically work for. That's why you build a business and create a system out of it. That's why you buy real estate and let the money come in. That's why you create intellectual properties like apps that pay you, like books that pay you, like music that pay you. All of these types of things. There's so many different asset classes that you can get it from. But a job ain't one of them. At least not long term. You can get a job to get you started and save that check. But as long as you're doing that, you're going to be in the highest tax. Actually, 1099 contractors are the highest tax. Let me fix that. But then W-2 right with them. Okay, so you need to be on the top side of this thing. You know what I mean? You need to be on the top side of this. It's a Monopoly game, like I was just telling them on the IG Live. It's a Monopoly game. My daughter right now checking, trying to see why I ain't came back in the house yet. So I'm gonna get off in a minute. But it's a Monopoly game, and if we gotta play the game, then fuck it. Figure out how to beat the game. And if you don't like the game, you think it's unfair, okay, well beat the game so you can get in charge of the game and you can change the rules. But you can't change the rules from the bottom. Period. You can do all the little bitching you want to. You can riot, you can protest, but at the end of the day, if you ain't got no power, you ain't got no influence. You ain't got no money, you ain't got no influence. I ain't saying I agree with any of this. I'm just telling you this is what it is. So you got to figure out how to do this shit. This is how you got to, you know what I mean, operate out here. You got to be able to make it. And you got to be ruthless. Y'all see how I work. I'm nice. I do good business. You know what I mean? But I know how to play the fucking game. I know how to play the game of business too. You know what I mean? So just understand how to play it and beat it. And then get to the top. And then you can manipulate this thing to go a little bit more fairer if you feel like it be more fair. You know what I mean? I see you eyes good checking in. He said he said I do the same thing with my daughter. All right, shout out to Ken Ellis. I see you checking in. Shout out to Josh Dorsey. I appreciate you. Uh, he said I'm cleaning now, watching your video. That's what I like to hear. That's all I used to do, man. In the buildings every night, Monday through Friday, especially on the Friday night. Me and my wife, and I have my headphones in and I'm listening to some motivational stuff. Sometimes I will even listen to my own videos, or it will be um what's the guy name, man? He was one of my favorites. I keep forgetting. Les Brown. Les Brown. I always have some Les Brown or some Eric Thomas or some interviews with different CEOs of companies, like the CEO of Shopify, the CEO of like I've listened to Magic Johnson taught me a lot. I would listen to, I mean, just random stuff out there, just cleaning. Napoleon Hill, Think and Go Rich. All these different things, just getting through it. You know what I mean? So, and that's the things that's gonna set you apart. I thought of my best ideas being out there cleaning, listening to motivational and learning things. I refuse to get a government half my earnings for the rest of my life. That's fact. Shout out to True Independence News Network. All right. So anyway, that's what I got for you. I wanted to make sure I ain't break the streak though. I think this might be the fifth day in a row where I finally went live 5 days in a row. We're gonna keep it going, y'all. I might not go live every day, but I'm gonna give you at least a video every day, every single day. And it might be live because live is the easiest thing versus a video where I gotta go back and edit and all this other stuff. So appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, and share, and comment, man. If you need to start your cleaning business, go to cleanbiznetwork.com. You want to grow your cleaning business, go to cleanbiznetwork.com. Shout out Yacht Yacht, one of the main key pieces that's why all of this is possible. Why this Clean Biz Network is possible. Shout out to Mr. Calvin Weaver, Yacht Yacht, checking in. What else? Appreciate y'all. I'm out.